The polar bear and the Siberian tiger are the two most powerful land predators on the Earth's surface. But have you ever wondered what would happen in a confrontation between these formidable predators? Size. Renowned as the largest bear species and carnivorous mammal on the planet, polar bears are absolutely massive and have been known to reach staggering weights of up to 1760 pounds or 800 kilograms, making them absolute tanks. These majestic animals are typically found in the circumpolar Arctic region, inhabiting areas like Canada, Alaska, Greenland, and even in some parts of northern Europe like Russia, where they live and rely on the sea ice platforms as a hunting ground for their favorite meal, which are seals. The Siberian tiger, on the other hand, is widely considered as the largest non-hybrid cat species on the planet, with certain specimens reaching weights of up to 675 pounds or 306 kilograms. However, such weights are generally only attained by captive specimens, as wild Siberian tigers are actually smaller in size than their Bengal counterparts, averaging weights of just about 390 pounds or 176 kilograms due to wide-scale loss of habitat and poaching. Like their name suggests, these formidable predators are native to the Russian Far East, particularly in the region of Primorsky Krai and the Amur River Basin. So if we were to compare just the size of both of these animals, it's pretty clear that polar bear would easily have the advantage, as they vastly outweigh the Siberian tiger by more than 1,000 pounds. However, size isn't the only deciding factor when comparing predatory animals, as we'll see in the video. Weaponry. Unlike other bear species, polar bears are hypercarnivores and are the most carnivorous species of bear on Earth. They have absolutely massive paws with a diameter of up to 30 centimeters or 12 inches, which are equipped with massive 3.75-inch non-retractable claws, which they use for hunting and decapitating prey, as well as for gripping onto the relatively slippery ice surface when navigating their environment. These bears have the strongest bite force of all bear species at 1,200 pounds per square inch, which enables them to crush the skull of their prey in one bite. They typically prey on seals by slowly stalking the animal while remaining camouflaged thanks to their fur color. Once close enough to the seal, the bear then pounces and lunges at the seal, who generally tries to escape into the water. They've also been known to prey on walruses, though they generally avoid the adult ones and instead go for the younger ones. Siberian tigers, on the other hand, are equipped with 4-inch retractable claws, as well as massive 8-inch or 20-centimeter wide paws, which are capable of swiping with a force of around 10,000 pounds. They have a bite force of around 10-50 pounds per square inch, which is the second highest bite force in the cat family, falling short only to the jaguar. These cats typically prey on Siberian musk deer, wild boars, moose, and sometimes even Ussuri brown bears. In order to hunt an animal as powerful as a brown bear, Siberian tigers have to utilize the art of ambush by quietly sneaking up on the bear and ambushing it by breaking its back with a single paw swipe. The tigers generally avoid the adult male bears, as those are much more difficult to kill, and would rather go for female or young bears. With all that being said, I think it's safe to say that the Siberian tiger takes this round, as they're just better equipped for killing prey than the polar bear. Now moving on to the next category, fighting style. Polar bears typically fight over mating rights, territory, as well as for food. Their fights are generally really intense and can be dangerous, but they're usually a last resort, as polar bears tend to avoid injuries that could impair their ability to hunt and survive in their challenging environment. Before physical confrontation, polar bears may engage in standoff displays to establish dominance. They might roar, growl, or even use body language like raising on their hind legs to appear larger. If all this doesn't work, then both bears will engage in a brutal fight involving wrestling and swatting each other with their powerful paws. They use their sharp claws to deliver blows, and they often aim to bite their opponents, especially around the neck or head area, which can be a critical tactic to establish dominance. Siberian tigers, on the other hand, utilize a combination of tactics and physical abilities when they engage in fights, which typically involve standing on their hind legs while delivering a series of paw swipes at their opponents. These powerful cats generally fight over mating rights, as well as territory and food. They often use their sharp teeth and claws as primary weapons, as they aim to bite their opponent's vulnerable areas, such as the neck, throat, or face. Claw strikes are used to inflict damage or to defend themselves from attacks as well. Similar to other animals, tigers often prefer to avoid fights if possible. If one tiger feels it's at a disadvantage, or if a hierarchy has been established, they might retreat to avoid serious injuries. I will give this round to the bear, not necessarily because they're better at fighting than the tiger, but simply because they have a stamina advantage and can drag on a fight for much longer. Verdict: while both animals are easily the apex predator in their respective habitats, I believe a wild polar bear would easily kill a wild Siberian tiger in a head-on clash between both animals, as the size disparity between both animals is just too great to be ignored. Plus, bears are much more durable than tigers, enabling them to fight for much longer. Its thick layer of fat and heavy fur would also protect it from most of the tiger's slashing attacks. A captive Siberian tiger, on the other hand, would be much more of a challenge to the bear, as captive Siberian tigers are generally massive. Though the fight would be really close, I still think the bear would still prevail due to all its above-mentioned attributes. Overall, I'd say the bear wins 6 out of 10 encounters with a captive Siberian tiger. If you disagree with my decision, make sure to comment down why you think otherwise. Also, like and subscribe, as I'll try to be a bit more consistent in my uploads from now henceforth.